This video is going to talk about Paget's disease. Paget's disease is also called as osteitis deformans. It is a disease of the old age. And the main problem with Paget's disease is abnormal formation and resorption of the bone. Clinically, the bone keeps on enlarging, giving rise to constriction of the foramen that are within the bone. And this compresses the nerves, giving rise to bone pain. Usually it is a polyostotic disease, and constant resorption and formation of the bone gives rise to very prominent reversal lines, giving rise to the mosaic pattern histologically. This constant formation and resorption gives rise to a radio-opaque lesion resembling cotton wool appearance. The enlargement of the bone gives rise to a grotesque looking face, leading to a lion-like faces. So this is the summary of Paget's disease. Let's have a look at the disease. The disease gets its name after the discovery by Sir James Paget in 1877, where he described and defined it as an abnormal, anarchic resorption and deposition of bone resulting in distortion and weakening of the affected bone. The bone usually is resilient because of the presence of vascularity within and the bone marrow spaces. But when there is anarchic resorption and deposition of the bone, the flexibility of the bone is hampered, giving rise to higher chances of pathological fractures. It was thought to be a cause due to slow virus infection, something similar to that of a paramyxovirus, but we are not sure what has caused the abnormality in the osteoclasts. It is also thought to be a circulatory disturbances, but 15 to 30% have a family history indicating there is a hereditary or genetic mode of transmission. Clinically, it's more common in men, and it is usually seen in the older age group and more common in the last decade of the life. It can be monostotic as well as polyostotic, and it has a characteristic enlargement of the mandible, making the concavity at the chin disappear, giving rise to a Lincoln sign or a black beard sign. There is prominent uptake of radionucleotides, which indicate higher activity of the bone seen through scintigraphy. The bone pain may be the first complaint and quite severe, and as I described, it is mainly because of the occlusion of the foramina that is happening because of progressive bone deposition. The lumbar vertebrae, pelvis, skull, femur are filled up with numerous foramina through which nerves and vessels pass through. Any of these bones which become thickened will give rise to constriction of these foramina, leading to bone pain. Because of abnormal formation and deposition, the bones become thickened and enlarged, leading to some deformity. The patients usually have a monkey-like stance because of the bent legs that they have. Another characteristic style in which it is described is that the patients usually have to constantly change their hats because of the increased circumference of the skull due to the disease. In the perspective of the dentist may have to constantly change the denture because the jaws constantly enlarge. The middle third of the face gets enlarged, giving rise to a lion-like faces, and there is asymmetry in the jaw. 17% of the cases of Paget's disease show involvement of the jaws, and maxilla is more likely involved than the mandible. The tight-fitting dentures may be the first symptom which the dentist may see for a diagnosis of Paget's disease. The Paget's disease will expand the jaw so that the denture will no longer fit in an edentulous patient. The tissue, when you feel it, may be warm because of the excessive vascularity of the Pagetic bone. Radiographically, because of the extra bone being formed, the tableaus of the skull may not be visible clearly. The trabecular pattern of the skull may not be visible. So basically you see a radio opacity with circumscribed radiolucent lesions. This is why it is called as osteoporosis circumscripta. Also, the radio-opacities will give rise to a cotton wool appearance as you see here. Another cotton wool appearance in the alveolar process. There may be hypercementosis, and excessive cementum will make the lamina dura not properly visible. Biochemically, because of increased resorption and formation of the bone, there is extra alkaline phosphatase that is present in the serum. Although the serum calcium and phosphorus levels are normal, indicating the lack of any hormonal imbalance like that of parathormone, calcitonin, or vitamin D3. Another characteristic biochemical finding is increase in hydroxyproline in the urine. Hydroxyproline is a compound that is formed during the collagen destruction. Collagen molecules have proline and lysine molecules that gets hydroxylated by vitamin C. Because of increase in formation and destruction of the bone, these hydroxyprolines are leached out into the urine, which can be used as a diagnostic aid. Histologically, the characteristic feature is a jigsaw puzzle. As you see in this bone, you can see the extra blue lines that are seen. These are the reversal lines. These reversal lines are because of the resorption and formation of the bone. When the bone is resorbed, there is extra amount of acid that is produced by the osteoclasts. The acids are present at the junction of the old bone and the new bone, which takes up the basophilic stain, that is hematoxylin. That is why the reversal lines are basophilic in nature. As you can see here, the typical mosaic pattern of the bone is seen, and you can see the bone is pretty dense without much marrow spaces. This makes the bone less resilient, leading to pathological fracture. Radiation of this kind of bone may lead to development of malignancy in the form of osteosarcoma. Also, the bone may be more prone to osteomyelitis and bleeding. The closure of the foramina may lead to constriction of certain cranial nerves, leading to deafness as well as blindness. Basically, there is no specific treatment for Paget's disease. However, bone pain is controlled by aspirin. Osteoclast inhibitors like bisphosphonates can be used to prevent bone resorption and formation. Plicamycin is given in severe cases. Antibiotics is a must prior to extraction because the bone is not a very viable bone and it cannot regenerate properly. Dentures may need to be continuously remade as the bone size continues to enlarge. So today we spoke about Paget's disease. Paget's disease is an anarchic abnormal formation of bone and continuous resorption. The bone continues to form, leading to bone pain as the foramina are constricted. Radiographically, you see a typical osteoporosis circumscripta and cotton wool appearance. Biochemically, you will see increase in urinary hydroxyproline levels and serum alkaline phosphatase levels.